dolls, welcome back to another tea time, story time, where we are going to be talking about Bratz this time and how we came to like Bratz and some of our favourite Bratz memories, just like last time. So, yeah.
Let's get into it.
Okay, so since you liked Bratz first, which is funny because in our last video we talked about how I kind of liked, well, not really liked Barbie first, but kind of was the first one to sort of get us into it. And actually, Katie actually liked Bratz like before she met me. So yeah, she liked it for like a good few years before we were friends. So
Yeah, and you did collect Bratz here and there, but you just weren't obsessed with them.
yeah, I didn't really know that much about them honestly until you, and then yeah, you just like pretty much everything I like you introduced me to. So yeah, it like yeah, when we were like 9, 10 or something, she came to school and basically we became friends, and then she was just all Bratz, and yeah, and then I fell in love with it. So you can sort of tell that story better, I guess.
Alright. Okay, so I first got into Bratz at about 5 or 6. My sister actually was the first one to get a Bratz doll. She got a Phoebe Sweetheart doll, and I was so jealous. Like, she got it for her birthday, I'm pretty sure. And I was like so angry. I'm like, why didn't I go? No, it wasn't my birthday, but I was like, I want one too. And I'm like, I don't want these Barbies anymore. I was like, these Bratz look so cool. Because I mean, Bratz were very different. Barbie was definitely going through her big princess phase, because that was when the movies were coming out, I guess. Like, I wasn't aware of this, but when you look back at it now, it's all princessy kind of stuff. But the Bratz was so different because they were just like street styles and stuff like that. So it's really cool. And I guess I felt, you could, I mean, I was only a kid, but you feel like you're a bit closer to them and their age. So yeah, and then that Christmas, I don't really remember, well, I'm just going to assume it was that Christmas, because that year I did get my first Bratz doll. I got a Megan doll. I don't remember what line she was from, but she was one that came with like the camo dress, and she had these big brown boots, and I didn't like her fringe. I always tried to cut her fringe off. But yeah, and then after that it just grew, because Bratz in general were just growing huge. I assume all over the world, but especially in Australia, like there were whole shelves and sections just dedicated to Bratz. Like it was everywhere.
It was the thing. It was taking over.
Like,
somehow I didn't notice until you showed it.
Like, it wasn't just Bratz dolls, it was like all the Bratz stationery, Bratz lunchboxes, cups. It was like the Bratz, there were the Easter gifts. It wasn't Barbie anymore. Like, everything was Bratz. Bratz were having their own movies and games and CDs and everything. So they were the thing. I just got really into it because my mom just like started buying me Bratz for every birthday and Christmas. That was my only thing. I'm like, I just want Bratz. And so I always got that, and that's how I got into it. And my sister and I just played every weekend and grew from there. And then, yeah, when I was about 10, like, that was still my obsession. I didn't want to grow out of it. I refused to grow out of it. And I started at a new school, and that's how I met Shannon. And I found that a lot of the girls my age were like, actually I remember one memory, it's kind of sad, where I opened up to one girl and told her about how I still play with Bratz dolls, and then she told like all the other girls, and they were all like, one day in class they were just like, oh, Katie, how's your Bratz dolls? And they were like, I remember running to the bathroom and crying because I just felt so embarrassed, and like they just said it in front of everyone. I don't care, like I like Bratz, so what? I know like some of those girls are not doing so good in life. So yeah. But yeah, and so I met Shannon, someone that I felt like, well, Shannon wasn't like super into Bratz, but I just knew she wasn't growing out of the kiddie stuff yet, she still knew how to act her actual age. Like, I don't know, people think that when you're 10 you automatically have to act like you're 18.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly. And I think when we met, so like the whole story of us and Bratz is basically the story of our whole friendship. Is the biggest thing that we've ever bonded over, and I can't remember the exact first time you really told me about it. It was just one of those things that and I was all for that, because I've always loved dolls, and like I've always been a child at heart, and of course, well, you're 10, you're still a child.
Yeah.
And so actually I think I was 9 at the time So I'm 1 year younger than you.
Yeah.
So for everyone that doesn't know that.
And just like a side note is, I was really desperate to find someone else to share it with, because my sister was growing up at that time. She's a few years older than me, so she was in high school and stuff. So she wasn't really playing she still thinks Bratz are cool now, but you know, she's not like as crazy about it as us. So, you know, I was like trying to find someone that I could really share that with, still play Bratz with, and yeah.
Yeah, and she shared it with me, and I'm so happy that she did, because Bratz has been such a huge part of both of our lives and always been there for us, and a huge part of our friendship. Without Bratz, just so many memories which we are going to share with you guys in this video. It's probably going to be longer than the other one because we just have that many memories. But it's
10 years worth.
Yeah, 10 years worth. So I was like, yeah, so like I was, you know, I was a year younger than you, and like one of the first memories I think that we have of Bratz is Katie's 10th birthday, I think it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would have been 9 or 8 or something like that. And yeah, that was our first sleepover too.
Yeah.
And you invited me, like you could choose like one person to have a sleepover with. And we had like sort of a group of friends, but we kind of were close. And she chose me.
Yeah.
And
we were always kind of, like we had our group, but we were more closer to the others. Just due to, I don't know, they had like a bit of a different lifestyle from us. And yeah.
Yeah,
So
and we couldn't really get them into Bratz.
yeah. So
Yeah, so
I
she
remember my
invited me.
birthday, it was Pixies themed. Like I had
Yes,
like this
Bratz fashion
Pixies like
Pixies.
tablecloth and like all these like decorations and stuff like that. It's so cool that they sold that stuff.
Yeah, well, that was like the height of Bratz, and I can still remember that like it was yesterday. I remember we did this every sleepover for years. Remember, mums always driving us to each other's houses. My mum drove me to her house. I was like, this was our first sleepover, and that was the days when your mums would take you to the front door and they would talk for a little bit.
And do you know what? That was my first sleepover ever at my house.
Wow.
Like I never
didn't
had a
know that.
sleepover before with anyone else.
Oh.
Because I don't really, like, Shannon and I are so thankful we found each other, because growing up we didn't really have a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Because we're just different from other people. Like, we think we're pretty normal average people, but you know, we've just never been into like all the popular stuff or follow the trends, and we've liked to stick up for who we are, and so that has made us unpopular in the schools that we've been to. But yeah, we found ourselves, and that was why you were the first person to sleep over at my house.
Oh, that's so cute.
So
Yeah.
I don't remember what else we did on that birthday. Did we watch a movie?
We had pizza. I think I remember going out. So I remember coming to the door, our mums talking, and I remember your mum, the exact way that she said it, was saying something about Bratz, because you had a Bratz themed party, and all about Bratz, and then your mum says, Katie loves Bratz.
I can totally image that. I don't remember that, but I can image it.
I mean, that's the exact same way she said it, and Mum's like, oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I was probably thinking, what's a Bratz?
Yeah, my mum actually, side note as well, when I first started getting into Bratz and really talking about them being obsessed, Mum actually told me sort of recently, like, oh, when you first got into Bratz, I wasn't sure what to think. I was like, what is this? Are they being Bratz? I don't want my child to become a brat. But she soon discovered that they were good, and yeah, thankfully our mums always let us watch Bratz, because a lot of parents don't. A lot of parents get
Because
so
some of our
stupid.
friends had really strict parents, and like they just saw Bratz as that typical big lips, short skirt, like there must be a slut.
Yeah.
They never actually looked into like, hey, they have songs with deep meanings, and they have movies that are all about friendship and dreams, sticking together.
Exactly.
Yeah, anyway, that's a whole other video we could go on about.
Yeah,
but
probably will.
Yeah. But anyway, so that was one of our first, that's how I got into Bratz. That's how I got Shannon into Bratz, and that was one of our first memories as friends together, and like our first Bratz memory.
Mm-hmm.
So
pretty much. Yeah, I don't remember what we did on that sleepover, but I just remembered Fashion Pixies.
yeah, Pixies.
So we probably watched Pixies as well, which, by the way, is our favourite Bratz movie.
Yeah. It's always just been, like, we always just love magical stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Fairies,
Yeah.
Pixies.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything is the perfect thing I want.
Yeah. Okay. Oh gosh, what?
Yeah,
Do you have the list? We had to make a list of some of the Bratz memories that we have, and it's quite extensive.
Watching Bratz before school, so...
Oh my gosh, that has to be one of my absolute favourite.
Yeah. I mean, they started showing Bratz on TV, which is just so exciting to think about it now. Like, they showed Bratz on TV. It's like, what? And, yeah, we used to, like, watch it without fail, like, every morning. Like, I remember I'd, like, jump out of bed at, like, because it started at 8. I woke up at, like, 10 to 8.
Yeah.
I'd jump out of bed. I'd just grab my school clothes and get changed in the lounge room because I'm like, I can't miss a single thing. If there's an ad-on, that ad is for eating my cereal, and that's it, like... And then the first thing we met up at school, we'd be like, did you watch a new episode
Yes,
of Bratz?
that is one of my favorite. And every time I can still see us doing it. And I can still see myself everywhere. So I remember, I think it was during the winter a lot. So Mum would actually lay out, and be really nice, and actually lay out all my millions of items for my winter uniform. And every morning, and she would actually know that I wanted to watch Bratz on the TV, and it came on at 8 o'clock, which was really perfect because it went for half an hour with ads and everything, and we had to leave for school at 8:30. So it was the perfect time. Every single week morning, we would get up and without fail watch every single morning while I got dressed by the heater, put on the millions of items, like I said, for the winter uniform, and then we would come to school. Did you watch the new Bratz episode? And we would
be
discuss
talking
it.
about it. Yeah,
It was really exciting.
It was really The weekends were always so sad because it's like, oh, no Bratz today.
Yeah, exactly.
And I remember they showed a Bratz movie too. They like split it up into parts.
Yeah, Girls Really Rock. Yeah,
so
that was exciting.
Like, yeah, because other than that, the only way to watch Bratz movies was to either buy them, which at that time they were pretty expensive. So, and we were just kids, so we didn't buy the movies much, but we rented them a lot. So.
Oh yes, that's one memory I did not write down, but it was like renting them from the video store.
I don't really rent them that much because Mum thought like she didn't want to spend that much money, but I definitely know you rented them
every week.
Every week, yep. What's our next memory? Oh, annoying everyone with the quotes. So then everything we learned from watching the TV show and the movies, we would repeat word for word. Like Bratz was our second language. We would be quoting stuff all the time.
Yeah, like at home, at school, and we would annoy people so much. Just like constantly talking about it, especially Berdine and the Tweebles, because they are the greatest. They are iconic, and we would just
thought it was so cool.
Yeah,
we were so cool.
Yeah, and we would just it was so fun.
Share a memory about flame fan.
Okay. Yeah, that's so the number one instance of us really annoying someone. Okay, how do we describe him? There was this boy in our class who we both had a crush on at some point.
We were just 10 at the time. It didn't mean anything now.
Yes. And I don't know if we had a crush on him at this time, but anyway, we were in a class, something to do with planting trees.
Yeah.
Which was fun. And we were just walking around, like, doing all this stuff, like planting these things, and we were quoting Bratz from the episode Fortunes.
Yeah.
From the crazy old, the magical lady. Do you want to quote it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You wish for things to go your way.
Just remember this, all of you, your fate is in the palm of your hand.
He was talking about the necklace because you left it in your hand. But he actually ended up finishing that quote before we could. Yeah, because we said it so many times.
Yeah, we were just going
we said it all. That was probably our number one most quoted thing. Probably. We said it all the time, and then when we said it, he said like, "Fate is in the palm of your hands" part, and we were just like giggling and laughing, and cracking up so much because we're like, "Oh my gosh!"
Like we didn't even like we weren't really paying attention to what was around us. That's kind of what I loved about us as children. Yeah, he was there, and everyone, and we would just go around planting these little girls planting these trees, quoting Bratz. How innocent was that? And and so we got up to the just remember this, all of you, your fate, and then he goes, is in the palm of your hand, and he just mocked us.
And he was getting so pissed off because we would say that like five times consecutively and just think it was like the funniest thing ever, and it must have been so annoying, but we loved it.
Yeah, it was. And we did it all the time with lots of quotes and and
taking photos. Okay, so one time we were having a sleepover at my house, and we were also really super obsessed with WWE, and so I had this idea. I'm like, hey Shannon, like we picked our top like 10 favorite wrestlers or something. female wrestlers, and we were like, oh yeah, I was like, let's just like do our own versions of each of our favorites with our Bratz dolls. So we turned our Bratz dolls into like wrestlers and stuff and whatever looked
Yeah,
like.
it was really fun.
And then I don't know, I randomly got the idea. I'm like, let's take photos of them. It's like this is
We spent the whole day.
yeah. We spent hours and hours and hours sorting them out, picking different spots because we wanted to be like no one had the same spot. And then like we took them individually.
Yeah,
And then
we took it
together.
together, like the two ones that we had, and then group photos, and then smaller group photos, one
Yeah.
big group photo.
Then I remember we chucked them all into a pile together and then we took a picture of them.
I think that's the only picture that still exists.
Yeah, I
today.
think so. Like, we took so many of the photos because, like, one, we were obsessed with WWE, we were obsessed with Bratz, and then we were also obsessed with our cameras too. 'Cause I
Yeah,
was
the
on
digital cameras. Yeah, they were the coolest thing. Digital cameras and MP3 players.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the coolest
So
thing
that
for
would
a
tie into
2000s
our
girl.
next memory, MP3 players.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I didn't even write that one down, but oh my goodness, yeah. So obviously the Bratz songs are some of our favourite things about Bratz. They're the best songs, honestly. And they were the coolest things. We used to download them. Back in the days when you couldn't just download off YouTube or have iTunes, we had to download off LimeWire and
I'm
Bearshare.
sure a lot of people remember those websites or anything that was like that.
Yeah.
And we would always get excited because we'd have to wait till the end of the month because we'd have like 2 or 3 gigabyte internet, and so we'd have to like wait until it's the end of the month, and then we'd download like 3 songs, and we'd be like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, look at these 3 new like Bratz songs we have.
Yeah. And how we would, we put them on our MP3 players, listen to them on the way to school, in church. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
We would,
Like, we would listen to them like obsessively. Like, I'd always try to like put my MP3 player on as soon as I could before leaving for school because I wanted to listen to like 3 or 4 songs before I got to school.
yeah, oh my gosh, and on field trips too. Remember that little green MP3 player I had, which was my very first one? We're listening to Bratz songs. Oh my gosh, that's another memory of that field trip. And actually, then my MP3 smashed. But you and me were trying to get our other friends into Bratz, so we're listening to the music on the bus, and also we were actually singing "Me and My Girls."
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Or
I
"It's a
do
Girl
remember
Thing."
that.
Oh, I think it was "It's a Girl Thing,"
Yeah.
and we were singing that. And remember Ryan? He mocked us. Okay, so boys always mocked us whenever we were doing anything Bratz. So we were singing, and it was like, and we got up. So "It's a Girl Thing," you know, the classic Bratz song. It's a girl thing. Yeah. And we were singing that the whole like trip on the bus. And do you remember that?
Yeah, I
Yeah, and we got
remember
up to the
singing.
rab part, and I really slayed it even then as a 10-year-old. I was like, "It's a girl thing, think you know what I mean?" Yeah, and then I don't know if he was mocking, but he's, "Ooh, that's a pretty cool rap." So yeah, heaps of memories with Bratz songs.
Yeah, but you know, that's why I like those guys because they didn't like feel the need to grow up as well.
Yeah,
They just wanted to stay as young as they could as well, and they made it more entertaining for us with all of our memories.
yeah,
So-
definitely.
Okay, so our next memory together, because we have so many memories.
Mhm.
Our next one would have been every sleepover we had. We always acted out one of the movies of our dolls
Yeah, so we would put the movie on the TV, and while we were
on my
doing
giant TV.
Yes, still does, has all these giant TVs in her house. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I always loved having sleepovers. So we'd put one of the Bratz movies on. And actually, we didn't want it at my house. But we did Girls Really Rock and Spike It.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, you guys know one of the characters in Bratz Girls Really Rock who has the spiky hair. And we were trying to find a doll to play her when we were getting the dolls. And I ended up just, like, chucking up one of the girls' heads. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, Spike It. Spike It. Oh, good old Spike It. But, yeah, so we would put the DVD on the TV, and then we would get the dolls and just go along
Dress
with
them
it.
all up.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, just follow it. We'd pause it. It must have been. I don't feel like it would have been that fun to be playing at the time. We'd be like pausing it, like, okay, quickly, let's act out this scene. Right, play after this. Play after this. Like,
We found it so fun.
and another thing I remember is when we played the Pixies one, we left one of the dolls in like the plant that I had.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And another thing is the one we didn't act out with the movie that was Bratz Prom.
Yes.
Which we just kind of made up our own sort of prom.
Yeah.
But it was to be based off of that. And I just have one of the funniest memories from that because our Bratz doll, he crashed the car and then...
Oh, yeah, you should have seen the way Katie made him crash the car
Yeah,
too.
like flipped
all these
over.
flips.
This happened real life. I don't know if there would have been any survivors. But apparently they were all fine. And Sasha was just like, my dress! Bryce! I don't think she cared about. Not that we could have died. My dress is almost ruined. But that was another really good
I think it was the first time we did something like that. And then we decided to do the actual movies. But those were such good memories. I think Fashion Pixies as well when we did that. Doesn't matter. Listen simply.
So which ones did we do? We did Prom, Pixies,
Girls Really Rock. Did we? The thing is, I think we did Forever Diamonds.
Yeah, I think we did Diamonds.
But I don't actually remember specifically Genie Magic.
I don't think we did Genie Magic.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe Rock Angels.
Yeah, maybe. Honestly, we should do those again.
Yeah.
That would be really fun. We haven't done that for years. Oh, nothing can stop me now. I gotta reach for the sky.
Alright. Okay, so our next memory, I just realized like all of our memories together just revolve around sleepovers. Like our sleepovers were pretty much just
sleepovers
Bratz
all the
obsessed.
time, like almost every week.
We had a lot of sleepovers, and they all just revolved around Bratz. Like all of our memories revolved
Our
around watching
lives
Bratz, playing Bratz, acting out Bratz, everything Bratz.
As your mum would say, Katie loves Bratz. And we did. Bratz was our whole life.
Do you want to talk about the next one?
Oh no, those are my individual.
Yeah, trance dance.
So, okay, so one specific memory that we have that no one else will ever have, because along with, being obsessed with Bratz, we've always been really creative and unique. So, as we mentioned, Fashion Pixies was our favourite movie, still is. And in this scene where the Dark Pixies are having their party, and we would watch it at night, and so like they had all their lights going off and like make the room look all like disco-y kind of. I don't know.
Well, because it's like because the flash of the light when it reflected on the wall, it just made like a kind of trance when you looked at it for a while.
And I think that was also more in our heads though, because like, oh, we're in a trance.
Yeah,
we're cool. I think actually Katie said that. I didn't even know what a trance was.
Yeah.
But I just said, yeah, we are.
I didn't even know how I discovered it. I just was looking at the ball one day. I'm like, oh, that looks cool. So, yeah. And then we just started
and so we just acted like we were under the spell of the Dark Pixies. And we were dancing. He's like, whatever you do, don't dance. But we would dance too, and we didn't like. Sometimes like we would just put that scene on. We just like dance around the room to that song, and
and we'd dress up for it. We'd go all out. Like we'd pick out our nice clothes. Like we'd pick out a skirt and leggings, and Channel like a dress and leggings, and then we just dressed up pretty, and her mum made us like pixie wings as well out of like cardboard and tinsel, so we'd always be like, don't forget your pixie wings. And we would always just dance to that and dress up like the pixies. Alright, so our next memory so our next memory is buying the DVDs. So actually this started with Shannon. You got the ball rolling on the DVDs because your mum brought Sleepover, wasn't it?
Oh yes, actually no, I think I remember that now. So yeah, at our local Target, they had this whole big, table full of just Bratz DVDs on clearance all the time. And I don't know, when we were younger, we obviously didn't get that much money. But our mums would always buy them for us. Like we'd go there maybe every week or so, maybe every 2 weeks. And we would be able to pick out a new Bratz DVD. And
I remember when you got your first one, I was at your house and it was the day I was supposed to go home, and then your mum came home with the Sleepover DVD, and she's like, oh, look,
actually,
I got this. It was like $7, and then I was like, I have to DVD. And then I just went home like, Mom, have all these Bratz DVDs are $7, and then we just started getting all of them. Like we'd get like 2 or 3 or even like 4 at a time until we got all of them. The only one we couldn't buy was, I think the only one's not in the sale were Prom, which I already had anyway, and the 4th part of the TV series. They were the only ones. But,
because actually they never sold individual. So if I don't know what it's like for Bratz DVDs in other countries. In here in Australia, I think, I don't know, because a lot of people didn't really get the Bratz DVDs, I've heard. Like, they were really popular in Australia. And so for the series, they would sell the first series all in individual, and then they would have the Totally Styling collection or something like that. And then the second one, they would sell the second series as a whole. And they'd also sell the first 2 volumes of the second series individually, but never the last
made
2.
other volumes. Yeah, that was really weird. But yeah, so that's why I like pretty much got like all of our Bratz DVDs bar a couple of them.
Yeah, pretty much. I think we just brought the rest on eBay or something.
Yeah,
but that was like such an exciting memory. I remember one time my mum took me there and I got 2 Bratz DVDs. Like, we usually only get 1. I got 2. I was so excited. And then I remember, I'm going to tell Katie, I'm going to read Katie when I get home. Because, you know, we weren't just talking like an hour ago. And I'm going to tell I got 2. So I think I rang her or something and I said, oh, my mum got me 2 Bratz DVDs. And she'd actually just gotten 2 that day. So I was like, oh, mum, you got me 2 as well.
Yeah, we kept getting like 1 or 2. And it was just so exciting. Like, we were just really... we were so happy. And like, we didn't really get... Like, we got stuff as a kid, but we weren't like spoiled like getting... stuff all the time, so it's really exciting.
It was mainly like Christmases and birthdays. Like pretty much every Christmas and every birthday we got Bratz dolls. That's how we got our dolls. But the DVDs, our mums would just buy them for us to that time that they were selling. I think it was probably a shorter period of time that they were selling them, but it seemed like longer to us. But yeah, that's where we got most of them. That was such a good memory. And
and just one of my singular memories, I remember like we had a 2-week school holiday not long after that. And I woke up every day just in time so I could watch like 7 of my Bratz DVDs, all of them, every single day for the 2 weeks. I watched them all over again. So I watched them like 14 times and I was just obsessed. Like I watched them all day, all night. Yeah, we were obsessed.
Yeah, and this is how to this day. You'll ask us to quote any Bratz movie from start to finish. We will do it to this day. Any Bratz line, anything, just like we can do it because we watched it that much.
Like we watched it so much, we'd watch them every sleepover because like that was the thing we were into. We went into Barbie at that time. Yeah. So yeah, we just like always watched Bratz every sleepover. We watched it, the TV series before school. We watched the movies overnight. We watched them all weekend. We'd watch them all the time.
Yeah, and it's funny because there's actually not that many movies, and we watched like them over and over again. I think as a kid there seemed like there was more too.
Yeah.
But we loved them. They were everything, and and just obsession.
That also reminds me as well. I was collecting the DVDs. We also collected the books too.
Yeah, actually, you had a lot of the books, and I remember I still don't have them all actually, but I have a lot of them now.
Get all of them.
Yeah.
But we loved, like, I don't know if they sold them in other countries as well, or if you knew, but they do have Bratz books. Some of them are based kind of like word for word, story for story on the movies or TV episodes, but some like completely different new stories that we'd never heard of. Like, I love to have like a safari one. I really love that one.
Yes, the safari one, and also Fortunes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not like the Fortunes episode, it's different. And but I think the safari one was my favourite too.
Yeah.
The safari party!
So, yeah, we also collected the books because we had like a cheap shop that we could buy them from, and then we'd try to rent some of them from the library, but they didn't have that many. But, yeah, we just love the Bratz books as well. Like, Bratz everything.
Yeah, Bratz everything. So obviously we collected dolls, we collected books and DVDs, but everything we could get, like mugs and I don't know.
I guess our next memory would be games.
Yeah,